I'll let you on in a little secret. I flushed someone on the train. So let's get into it. I sat on the worst 5 hours train ride and in the heat. And you know those train rides where you can feel everyone's body heat. You know the kind of feeling where the air conditioning hits you and it feels cool. But just imagine that's heat. Yuck. You jump onto the train and it hits you. And so does the stank. And people always look at you weird. They're probably thinking, gosh, not another one, because you're packed in like sardines. Then there's that little need for the pee. Only how does this fecking door close? Do I take the urge of going or leave it because I'm not sure how to close it? So here's how it happened. I go to London every so often and I loved it. That London buzz is just unreal. But when reality hits you, you fall into the commute culture, running to get the next underground, even though the next one is a minute away, but you'd rather get your leg or your arm slammed into the doors to make this one. And this was my day. And gosh, this one afternoon, it was the British summer day that comes for one day, but you literally can't breathe. And I had to run for my life to get into King's Cross because, you know, today is the day. Today's trains will be cancelled. They will be delayed. Well, because the tracks are swollen. Only you run, sweating, panting, to land on the train and you feel that rush of heat. Ugh, still gives me trauma to this day. Before I continue the story, please don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. And if you are enjoying our posts, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and give us a follow on TikTok too. But for those brave ones, tell us, have the doors ever opened on you? Or were you the one to experience that surprise and walk away going, fucking idiot? Now back to the story. I realised I hadn't eaten. I advise never to go do this unless you want someone to land on you on a train, which also happened to me. A guy literally went for my chest. Ugh, the joys that London brings, eh? So I decided to trust the train sandwiches, the very questionable sandwiches, and I'm sure they are safe, right? Wrong. Don't do it. I decided to accompany it with a cup of coffee because it was just one of those days at work. All seemed pretty good until 2 hours left and my stomach was like, hello babes, how you doing? Remember me? So this toilet wasn't the plain old close the effing door and manually lock it. Gosh, now they had a swanky swipe door. I took one look and I thought, oh fuck. But stomach was a little devil, so I thought, I'm sure I can figure it out. So I go in, see the lock. Ah, perfect. I've locked the door. And I sit down after wiping the seat. And this was the longest pee in my life, with some other very questionable beatboxing sounds. I felt a sway midway and I thought, now my time's up, I need to go. And I really thought this story would go one way, but it went in a completely different direction. So as I flushed the toilet, I began pulling up my tights and then my life flashed before me. After my business, I am literally stood trying to pull my tights up. And right in front of me, the door whooshed and I'm trying to hurry getting those tights up unsuccessfully. And in front of me is a middle-aged woman standing with her 2 coffees. Her face went redder than her dress. My mouth widened. She looked away as if she didn't see me. I carried on looking at her because, well, this is awkward, isn't it? And of course, she went, but now I'm still trying to pull my tights up with the damn door whooshing. We need a petition to remove these shit things. Well, I pulled my tights up, washed my hands, contemplated on staying in the toilet and thought, well, I'll just cut my losses and hope I don't see her. Luckily I didn't because, man, what do you say to that? Ha! Gave you a little private show there, honey. So from that day forward, I learnt how to close the bloody door. I would always check 3 times. You know, the rule of 3 never fails me. And I highly suggest you do too. Let's just say it's now 10 years on, and I will never forget that woman's face. Luckily, I never saw her again.